Right, so this is Avalano with Digimon World 2003 part 100. Yep, it's the 100th part. Well, kind of, because I did have some things that had multiple parts, but this is the 100th. Fighting with Bai Hu Chief. This guy's actually pretty tough compared to the last few bosses. I thought he'd actually be pretty easy, and I remember him being easy, but he's not. I don't know why. Might just be pure luck. I think this is the first time I've showed Patamon's, Skullgreymmon's finisher, Dark Shot. It keeps missing, keeps getting evaded though, like, it happened off screen, but in one in one battle, Dark Shot got blocked about 8 times in a row. Quite ridiculous. Anyway, getting back to this. Rockmon isn't actually that tough. It does have high defense though, so hit it with magic attacks. Probably one of the few times actually come in useful, and handy in this game. But that's just that. See, the next one, Griffinmon, did give me I think a little bit of trouble, but it wasn't that much. Recently, I went with my sister to see Toy Story 3D. No, I mean Toy Story 3 in 3D. Pretty good. I'd say it was a pretty good film. Like, sequels aren't usually that great, but I'd say Toy Story 3 was actually better than Toy Story 2 and 1. Like, miles better. Because I can't spoil it, but the story's a lot better, and it's darker because it's supposed to be. It is the end of a series, it seems. It's tough to tell by the ending, but it does actually seem like a conclusion to it. Well, it probably is. Hopefully it is. I don't think we could make any more of them without making it not good. On those lines, it's actually the first time I saw a 3D movie in 8 years. But the last time I saw a 3D movie was back in 2002, and that was at Newcastle, some summer school thing. We went to the Centre for Life, the 3D thing we have there. It was basically just I remember it being the in-your-face kind of 3D, and it's actually surprising how well the 3D in movies are currently. Like, it was a big surprise because I haven't seen 3D effects in such a long time. Though at the cinema I went to, Cineworld, their 3D things that they did, their own advertisements were quite bad. One of them just had like green and purple flashing and stuff. It was basically like some kind of seizure-inducing thing, like what that Pokemon episode that got banned. Well, it wasn't that bad, but it was actually like painful to watch that advertisement. Though Toy Story 3's 3D was actually pretty much perfect. It didn't detract from the movie in any way. It wasn't like can't think of a movie that abused it since I haven't seen that many. Well, I've seen 2 3D movies. Yeah, it didn't actually detract or anything. It can't actually improve. Actually, I can't even tell if it improved it or not because I haven't seen Toy Story 3 not in 3D. But I'd actually recommend watching it, especially if you've seen the other 2. Well, it's actually surprisingly dark, but my sister said that, well, me and my sister agreed upon that it was probably meant and aimed at kids who saw Toy Story 1 and 2, who grew up who grew up watching Toy Story 1 and 2 to see the end of the series in Toy Story 3. It really did seem that way. And it's actually quite an emotion. Well, I don't know if what kind of a response I'd get from saying I found it an emotional movie, but I actually did, because at certain points it was really emotional, especially considering Toy Story 1 to Toy Story 2 being parts of my childhood. It's kind of... I didn't cry, but some parts were just very emotional. Well, a lot of Pixar's movies actually do that, like Up. The start of that was as well. I think that the main reason that Pixar's actually good with it is because with character development, they do that actually quite well. Like rather than fleeing just characters you're just supposed to be sympathetic for, even though you don't know anything about them. I can't think of any specific examples, but I'm certain I've played games out there that, oh yes, and seen movies and that. Actually, I can think of something. Ragnarok online, well, not online, but Ragnarok for the DS. I got that game. Has one annoying character called Sierra. She's basically a tag-along character who is probably even worse than who I've mentioned probably 60 videos ago. Maru Maro from Blue Dragon, who's just sole purpose to be an annoying yeller, yelling stuff all the time. But Sierra takes the cake. She has amnesia, and because of the game's pretty crappy writing, she's just completely there's nothing good about her. She's just the worst part is what she pretty much all of her dialogue, because she has amnesia, so she asks questions about everything. So say the main character says, "Oh, I'm we're off to go kill some monsters." She'll go, "Monsters?" And then the main character will go, yeah, monsters. They're what we fight to get gold and stuff, to buy things." And then she'll go, "Gold?" Well, ... gold question mark. It's just ridiculous. And it doesn't stop until about 60% of the way through the game, she's just doing one-liners, which are just pure questions about retarded stuff like sword and money. Whenever possible, I never took her anywhere because she's just plain annoying. And also, the main character's supposed to be in love with her or something by the end, but she has so little development. It's basically just crammed in all at the end. And for most of the game, she's been amnesiac, just saying retarded questions over and over. And you're supposed to be sympathetic for her because of what happens. I won't spoil it even more. The game's like garbage. The game's garbage, but anyway, that battle's over, and I've been talking about movies the whole time and games, other games, not Digimon ones. Oh, that reminds me, I really, along with the bad Ragnarok Online game, I remember the first Digimon movie that appeared in the cinemas. I'll talk about that next time. Also, back to the game. For some reason, even in the newest emulator version, it goes really slow in this town, Bai Hu City, much like the Asuka version by Echo. But that's pretty much all for this time, so until next time, this has been Avalino. Thank you for watching and see you next time.